Kumlay perlo kumno pialong welcome to our channel te kani ketika first episode jongi te kani episode ni la don so we host tengam .com tang don be mga kapot te tang don mga da kam ada sini ba je ini review ni Kpows tama pot figure out Kpows yo te mtasni ni don Kpows orang ba which is Hanif Syiemlieh te ini ide entrepreneur na po prime ide haga top 50 in the year 2021 day
20
second cohort day te ni don but ini mtasni te today will be interacting with him in klik no ba istang ya kan ika besenjong ke ika challenges bagi face and all that kita ngin have ngin ya kata te ba Hanif welcome to our show pendok kwa show betsang le
la biang kulishibon
te batai yang i kendiat sa syapang kenika kai ga bopile
well mentara can I speak in English?
Of course.
Well, I'm running this organization called Edify, and out here we facilitate 4 verticals. The first one being coding, because we really do not have good coding institute out here, and most of the professional courses also that are taught in colleges are kind of obsolete, and with the semester structure that we have in college means a lot of these kids, they don't get exposure to practical. So what we do here is that anybody with good analytical or aptitude skill and then we try to help them train them in coding to become a full stack web developer, and then try to also get them jobs. That's the first vertical. The second vertical, coding, we push them for digital marketing. The third vertical, for content creation, just like this podcast also is one of the projects. And the fourth vertical part, we promote entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship, if you do not know how to go about things, you end up suffering a lot. So these are the 4 verticals. Kawede coding, second day digital marketing, third day content creation, and fourth part kadeka entrepreneurship.
So when did you start your?
It's a long story actually.
We have time.
Okay, cool. Te menchwa nadu snem hajar shpong ngala treikum unong hikai. And in that process, haka span jong kadar snem ngala hikai more than 1,000 students. That was at one point of time long I don't have that in me anymore. Mangan hikai tangi kiniki high school kids. So established Edify in the year 2013, trying to help out these school going kids. Bapule class 9, 10, 11, 12, and if they struggle in maths or coding ngache yarap iki. And nadu balong ka pandemic nga move ka service jonga online, and that really was fruitful because 80 to 90% of the first batch that was taught online during the pandemic, they really did well in their metric. And then I got in touch with Prime, proposed them my project. But after going to Prime, I realized bakanika initiative of Edify bangyes dang it has more potential. So slowly it started evolving. So this will be my last year as a tutor. Ngadang shim tuition kandet so gi khanna ki one na kayeng not well to do but they're very bright. So I'm just coaching a few of them in maths and programming. Don't iwi perlo changaru long former colleague hikai science yeki. So this will be my last year of teaching the high school subjects that ba mentang ako man focus ba haka coding, digital marketing, content creation, but entrepreneurship.
Full focus on one
hard. Long the whole point is that I taught them, they got good marks, and that was it. But now I want to teach them something that will really add values. They menta long kidon ki khanaru bakikwa ban long YouTubers. But becoming a YouTuber, it's a totally different journey, because it's not like you shoot a video and that'll be it. There's a chronology to it, right from the research work, nangta scripting, voiceover, video editing, uploading them on YouTube, and then doing the search engine optimization, using the relevant hashtags, and then cracking the YouTube algorithm. So kawing ay iba kini ki creators hangni ha Meghalaya, kamtam kini na kahinyo trip jongi ngai iba dakidon creators kum iba code Freeman na ki khana na ka group bakleng bakrteng jilau.ter they are supported a lot by the community. And I think long hanga ngasmo bakini ki youths jongi jong kari Shillong ne Meghalaya for that matter kidon ka potential ban kin compete ikini kibreo badai na ki northern India na southern India on mainland India for that matter. I don't know mainland India would be a politically correct word to be used, but I hope you get the point, right?
Casual, yeah.
So the point that I'm trying to make here is that our youths, they are capable of a lot. We just need to facilitate them. So right now we have already built a studio, we have already purchased the green screen, the mics, whatever is required by them, and if they come over we will just guide them how to go about things. So anyone watching to this video, I would be very happy that if you can connect and collaborate with us. And
By
then
the way, it's not paid promotion mo.
no, it's not a paid promotion. Yeah, I'm like, we will be helping you out, and if you feel that you too belong there, please come over. We would like to assist you and at the same time learn from you. Please come over.
Clean, okay? You ask him something?
Like what inspired you to do whatever you're doing right now? Is it an inspiration or like?
That's inspiration is there because there's been some success story, Jonathan. There was this student of mine por nga hikai ganiga school kagarteng St. Peter's Hadhan Kiti, very well-known school. There was this boy by the name Andy.
Okay.
Now he's a very successful entrepreneur. Uni ko na mencoba podang lit school lang struggle ba ka jingken. And he was not really inclined to traditional education system. And then he started b-boying, and he dedicated 7 to 8 years of his life to this. And at the same time we let kinigi b-boying competition, and then we create kaniga community. And then later on what he did is that in 2020 he launched a brand by the name Stylo Label.
Yeah, exactly.
Andy, you know about him, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that was inspiring for me. I'm like, this kid was not good in studies, but look where he is right now. So he should be an inspiration to others. He's in Bangalore right now, but if ever he comes here in Shillong, I would really appreciate if you could come here and then give talks. So there's so much of talent in every nooks and corners of Shillong. It's just that they need to be nurtured. So this is something that inspired me, and then I said, okay, fine, let's try this something new. So right now, after 12 years of teaching, I'm starting everything from the scratch, but I know and I believe that this dream that I have for the youths of Meghalaya is going to be very, very successful. So this is the thing that inspired me.
What do you think is the problem mo? Shani entrepreneurship kampatlong gumbalong kum shabar mo. Kalau stang pick up there. Shabar, the main goal at the end of the day startup even if they are in a
Excuse me.
Hadin habut ki plan, I'll gather enough money and then I'll do startup. The kata pat kampadon there shani. What do you think? What's the problem?
Kata kadai gawe because kawe bangan blame mga dai kadai kaniga traditional education system but kid the people kat ba puli ipa jong phi na ipa jonga we studied that. And right now, the education system that my son is a part of, he's going to be 12 next month. He's still learning the same. There's not been so much of, improvement when it comes to, it's all rote learning. I'm looking forward to the new education policy 2020 introduced by the Modi government. And as entrepreneurs, I see that most of them, they are like firefighters. When I say firefighters means, if being an entrepreneur, you are doing everything that needs to be done, then it becomes a firefighting because kidon ki frameworks ngalakren barabor yapi bon kini ki, let's say 90% of the businesses bakiran hangni ha kini ki brejongi bakiran hangni they never do marketing, and when you do not market your business, you're leaving so much of money on the table. So that's one of the reason kimchu market. They don't realize that sales is the oxygen of the business. If they need to have operations in place, they need to do research and development. Let's say right now I'm selling one product to some segment of customers. Now in my mind, there should be a research work going on that what else can I sell them? What is the next upsell? So research and development kimchule. If it is an organization or startup, they ignore the HR domain where HR is supposed to be the backbone of the organization. Ki accounts to kimju biang re, ka unit economics to balle kum ka data bangiyo na prime. Prime Meghalaya ki lale research and 70% of the business they did not even know that after a span of 10 years they were going through a loss because they don't know the unit economics kalong kumba ki bam hati kit kulai. So these were the 6 frameworks, and the remaining 2 frameworks pat kadika legal compliance. Shumot fi establish kawi ka brand, and then film trademark re somebody trademarks your logo, then the business becomes that person's. So ki don ki frameworks, and Shumot, if you do not want to implement the 5 frameworks, at least the 8 frameworks, you implement the 5 frameworks. Kadon kawi ka call personal MBA. Personal MBA. It's a very nice book. You should read that. So lab and download route. There are ways how you can get it for free route, that I would not encourage that. At least we need to give credit to the author and whoever made that. So can you give 5 frameworks along value creation? That value creation kadai marketing, that marketing pat kadai sales, that sales kadai value delivery, that value delivery pat fidiban, but na you fidiban pay yaka expense route, track yaka expense route, ba fimdi ban bam hati kit kulai. So these are a few things that they need to know. They need to also understand what is a cash flow quadrant. Ingin sakren. Let's not bore the audience. But anyways, we'll get to talk. Yeah.
The next question is katay kan patay bahasa kita.
Okay, ngan batay daka 5 frameworks sure.
5 frameworks.
Okay, let's start with the 5 frameworks. If possible, when we release this video, if you could have an infographic of whatever we are trying to discuss here, it'll be helpful for everyone.
Yes.
So
no edit utama.
Say edit hadian room later. So value creation is very, very important. Let's say you are passionate about something and you find a way of making money through it, but that passion of yours adds value to someone. So that's where value creation comes in. Tabag yakatuka value creation ong the film used for business, it becomes a hobby. It becomes a hobby. Let's say nga ha Edify, my organization, nga okay, what hangni ngila penbiang ka platform bendaki coders. Tabakinda one hangni, but we are teaching them something else. So that's not value creation, right? So value creation is the first one. If you don't do it for business, then that becomes a hobby. Shumut ubre ushna duitararu. Ubet bahaban shnai ka duitara. Tabay kato duitara pat dere yo pisana kato ka duitara. It's a like those local guitar. The local guitar. All right, so very nice. So I hope you understood what value creation is. The shisin ba fila create kata ong second framework jong ka business kadai marketing. Understand this. No matter how good your business is, but if you do not market it, people will not come to know about it. So if you don't market your business, it will become a flop. Katu kadeka second framework. Third framework pat kadeka sales. What drives sales? Marketing. The oxygen of the business. No matter how good your setup is, no matter how good your office is, but if there's no sales coming in through your product or through your services, it's of no use. And if you don't do sales, then what happens is that it becomes a charity. The fourth framework kadeka value delivery. Value delivery pat kalong kumni. But whatever you have promised in value creation, if you do not deliver that to your people who have come for your product or service, then what happens is that katu kakalano scam ken. He promised the kumway and then if he deliver the kumway kakalano scam. And halas pat kadeka finances. Pidi ban track bhaki finance kawan pisa kat no filut kat no. And kapisa ba one kadiban tam na kapisa ba filut. Dete ka juhi. This is the third time I'm repeating the same thing. Finbam hati kit kulai. So these are the 5 frameworks to get started off. You have to be very careful there.
Third, which you mentioned, sales, mom. Everyone, like most of us, I can say that almost all of us are very bad at that. Haka sales, the must know sales. We have that notion there. Everyone has that notion. Must know sales. Come out with salesman, like salesman. But just want to tell you. Suppose if I want to sell this kwai to you, I will not say banket shamsha.
Yerap lem yang tos dos yerap leng thiet no ayu, that's not sales.
Yeah.
Da kan yo kwai ong. First of all, ngan pitch wa ki challenges ba fi face ma fi. Let's say you have a problem with digestion, and let's say this helps. Then I will tell you, hey bro, this is something that you are facing, and I think this will help you. How about you give it a try? Ka concept jong sales kam dei bangan chushim and this push the product to you. That's not sales. People will run away. Nobody in human mind nong kalong kumni, we do not like others telling us what to do. We want to make our own choice. But if you da fila ban ai clarity ki bro dei ba un kani ka product kani rap ipi hakata kata karukom pay him api kalong kumno, and just show them the testimonials of the success stories kumno kalong. So the sales happens. Come era ka sales. Come era. It's an art, and it's one of the most important art that an entrepreneur should have. Like I told you, the problem with our country is that, suppose this mobile, let's say it's costing me 20,000. A lot of people have these kind of mobiles. But with this mobile, they don't even know how to make 20 rupees.
That's true.
You see that? That's the challenge that we as a country are facing. But to be very realistic, the vipet kini ki teenage na US, alright, when they got started, let's say when Vines was still relevant, Shuaban kan one ka YouTube, these creators come Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they started as teenage, and look where they are now. Sales isn't hard. Sales isn't a hard thing, but there's an art to it. I would suggest you read some books on sales. The books by Brian Tracy, The Art of Selling, or Grant Cardone, The 10X Rules. All right, these are some good books.
Description about these books.
Yeah, you can get those books from Amazon also. It's they're very, and then because sales doesn't happen in the first meeting. The thumb rule says that sales happens on the 7th meeting. Because the concept of sales, as a salesman, at one point of time I can approach only one person. Okay, one person. So that way what happens is that my resource gets wasted in the form of time. However, if you sell something online, then you should execute something called sales funnel. Sales funnel kalong kung kabarti hi. Yes, the frustum. Cone. Yes. Cone with a flat base cone. So katu kadiga sales funnel. All right, people should read about it. For example, you are trying to sell something digitally. People will not buy. Now, for example, you have a girlfriend, right? I'm pretty much sure you met her online.
Online?
Yeah, yes. You met her online, right? You did mention to me that you met her on Instagram. Instagram, yeah.
Exactly.
So obviously, first time ba fi ong bakundoi samla jong people ong da, hey, be my girlfriend. Or randomly.
Oh, she's name.
I'm sorry.
Come your reply for 1 year.
Come your reply for 1 year. Yeah, that's the process. So I'll get there. So what happens is that you cannot just randomly meet a person and straight away say, hey, will you be my wife? You need to create a relationship with her. You need to have her trust. You need to show her that you're the person worth. Alright. So kumturo kadega ayu jongka sales. Say first of all kadega people should be aware of what you are doing. And you should also give them some values for which you don't charge. These are called HVCO, high value content offer. And then means you should send them email. Alright, and you should market your product in such a way that you are adding value to them. Don't advertise, market. So there's a journey to it. So
sorry to interrupt. What's the difference? Market, advertise.
Okay, we will come back to that, but let's understand the sales funnel. On top, what people do is that they know about your brand. All right, and let's say you get some leads from there. They try to sign up in your website or in your website or in your app. Immediately, sales will not happen, and you should not also stop the moment you have a sign up. You should start sending them messages. You should start sending them PDF. In such a way that they know about it, and slowly you gain your trust. And the fill email like let's say 4, 5, 6 emails, and at last you can pitch them for a sales. Taking one chispa ngut can thiet tang sau san ngut. So that's a sales funnel. Katu ha bottom part on conversion gain. Okay, coming back to your question, Pyong, what's the difference between sales and marketing? You should read this book by Gary Vaynerchuk. All right, Gary
Yeah,
V.
famous.
So he has this book called Jab Jab Punch. Kibrio kinda upload any content on social media. Let's say I'm trying to sell any product on social media. What they do is that they always push the audience for sales. Now let's say you follow my page on Instagram, and what I do is that I only try to only sell you. At one point of time, you'll be like, okay, man, there's nothing of value here. Let me just get out of here.
Kalau subuh
Exactly.
post
Hard.
products
So it doesn't work that way. People, they get fed up there. However,
because you like
Hard.
skip
skip, or they will not even like also, and good chance will be that they will unfollow you.
yeah.
All right. So what happens is that if Daffy don't know tali ki content long, santali content ki ban fin entertain ki, because they look for infotainment. When people come to social media, they always look for inspiration.
Exactly.
All right, and entertainment. So your content should go in the form of infotainment. Ken. So when you do the jab jab punch, the jabs are you means trying to engage your audience and entertain your audience. And if you have 7 contents, make it a point that out of those 7 contents, 2 contents should always be for sales. And those 2 are called advertisement. Keep it in the ratio of 80-20. You market 80% where you add value. Marketing is not advertisement like we see in the ads, right? Suppose we pick a series. Can one advertisement, what do? We change the channel, right? Because people don't like it. So you should know how to market. Marketing means adding value to your people, to your demographic. All right, to that section of people who will be your potential buyers. You keep on adding value and just pitch. Out of 7 contents, just pitch 2 times for sales in a week. Do that. Sales happens then. The other day I was checking one person. He has got around 80k followers. 80k followers, which is very much possible. You will see these local influencers, Jongiru, for example, that dancer Dapishisha Kharbani. She has more than 1 lakh followers. So basically, the point that I'm trying to make here that you can get that. Why is she having followers? Because she's adding value to people's life who want to get into dancing or who want to be entertained and all that, and she's doing a very good job in it, and more power to her. So this person who has only 80k followers, yearly he makes around 20 crores. Because
20 crores?
Yes.
From Instagram?
No, not from Instagram. I mean, like he also, like Andy from Stylo Level, he has built his own community, and he sells his product, and not at a very cheap rate, but at a very good rate. All right, but those products are like NFTs. Non-fungible tokens means the concept is like NFT, and only a few people will get that, not everyone. All right, so only the privileged one will be getting, and then they buy his and he does a business of 20 crores a year.
Interesting.
No, it's there because
No, we have to count that. Alright, let's go.
Let's move ahead. Okay, so those are the 5 frameworks of hila batai dai. So kita kila don kita. Now is the problem is this startup whatever thing we're having right now is patla pick up pace pate. It's picking up now na bawan ka prime and all that kila bun menta kila stang don hi, but then still people don't know about them there.
It'll take time. It'll take time to grow. I believe we means ki khasi jongi yong. Along the other day, I went to this seminar conducted by Prime and the government of Meghalaya. There was this gentleman telling the stories about the Khasi people. When they chose this place, they chose this place seeing that kabyang na am ka how's the demographic of the land, and they used to make these ornaments 24 carats gold. And the standard of our gold, Jonki Khasi Yong, it was at par with the Persians.
Oh, really?
We were always entrepreneurs.
Oh.
We were always entrepreneurs. That will come. But kum kini ki kam da fi perkhat kini ki nong de alumuri and panipuri. Means there is this thing in the society, but da fi krakot in life. Few years later, there are some memes also, right? 5 years later, selling panipuri. These panipuri people. So these people selling panipuri and all that, right? They on an average they make a profit of 3 to 5k every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, of course.
Because cuma pide kanu ka kali dai, you'll make a margin of 5 to 10%. And these big showrooms hakali, they really jongka kali, they don't make profit through sales. They make profit through services. They make profit through services. So there is this margin there. But uni unong de pan, whenever we go and buy pan right now, I mean, like, how much does it come to? It comes to around $20, right?
Yeah.
But you know
20.
it's $20 from the place that I used to buy pan. No. But anyways, kithiet pan day, bro. Investment how to pan, it's only around 10 rupees.
Yeah.
And when they sell it for 20 rupees.
100%.
That's 100% profit. So a person selling pan, or person selling panipuri or alumuri for that matter, is having more profit margin than a person who's running a showroom.
Okay.
Who's running a showroom.
Perspective.
No, that's pure unit economics. They literally do. All right. See, there's a difference between a businessman and an entrepreneur. No, they're not the same. But the concept of businessman is that he buys a watermelon for $10 and sells it for $20.
$20.
That's business.
That's right.
Now, what an entrepreneur does is that he will get that watermelon for $10, make a juice out of it, and sell it for $80.
Yeah.
You see that?
So it's
Difference.
That's a difference out
That's
there.
value.
Of course. Banfin kata pineapple juice, watermelon, and banfin watermelon juice. There are two different experiences, no? So kadai and prathai I mean, like, see, this is such a world, it's such a beautiful world with the internet right now, that anyone can become rich. Literally anyone can become rich, because you just need a few thousand followers on your social media and have the right product to sell it to them. And the beauty of it is that it's 8 billion population right now.
Officially 8 billion now.
Officially 8 billion. Yesterday I met a girl in Mizoram, and she was showing us her product, what she is trying to sell. And this girl also, she has a lot of potential. If things goes fine, I will invite her here.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because to everyone watching our podcast for the very first time, I'm not sure how this is going to go. We are going to get trolled, which is absolutely fine for us. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that we have started this podcast channel to highlight the entrepreneurs, entertainers, and then storytellers.
It's high time for our entrepreneurs, especially makin long recognized not there, because most of the, even there are many businesses that are doing really good, but we don't know about them. I came to know about all of these startups and all that when I came to Prime. Before that,
Prime is doing a very good job, actually. It's doing connecting the market and guiding them, and having having mentors from IIM Kolkata Innovation Park to come and teach you here. I mean, like, that's like that too for free.
IIM faculty.
Exactly. Faculties. Last time, our boy, we have our former team member Kosario Nongspung. He's in IIM Kerala right now, and I think it's 22 lakhs. For
free. The things that they are getting, we are getting that for free from Prime.
Again, those people are doing it every day for 8 hours for consecutive 2 years. No, you don't once in a month boot camps. There's a difference out there. I mean, like, we have a lot of IIM pass out. After Kosario, the second person from our team, his name is Trevor Gary Lingdo. He's in Symbiosis right now, and I'm looking forward to them to come back here and really make changes. Because hanga ngasno baki khna khasi jongi yong, or for that matter khna garu na jainte and all that, they should at least go out of Shillong, stay in these cities like Delhi, Bangalore, Gurgaon, and Noida and all those places, and then they should get an exposure. And katuka jing start baki don kidi ban wan rashani again. According to you, I mean, like, okay, let's take cafe out of the table. According to you, what do you think means other kind of business that can be set up here, which out here in Shillong, for that matter?
In Shillong, Shillong has a lot of potential. Shillong, like, for the whole of Meghalaya, actually has a lot of potential. Like, from the smallest thing, like, to very big things to there.
Can you be specific with the niches?
I'm trying to think kenapa kan?
No, I can't think of something new actually. Like we have been talking about food, so
Yeah. Only food is coming.
I can only
up.
see burgers in my head.
But I believe tourism is something that tourism. I
Tourism is
still
coming up.
believe that tourism, the potential that we as a state, when it comes to tourism, I think even 10% also has not been leveraged properly.
It's not
The
that-
places that Meghalaya has to offer to the whole world, it's not even, how do I say?
Other people are coming and exploring new
Yeah, we
spots.
don't know.
Exactly,
We
exactly.
ourselves, we don't know.
Every time we go for drives and all that, it's just like we are finding new places. That too being local here.
Yeah.
Now it has a lot of potential.
Has
It
a lot
literally
of
has a potential, but again, it has to be connected using technology. Because you see players from outside, they come here and then they try to link with all these guest house and all that, and they take a huge chunk. So I think
like
something like Oyo, Airbnb. I do not really know how
Airbnb,
much.
I don't. They are there?
Yeah, there are Airbnbs here also too.
In Meghalaya.
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
There are,
Okay.
but it's just that about these business model, they take a huge chunk because they are bringing customers, right? So in that way, it affects our entrepreneurs. So I think that these people, they should have their own, at least if not a website, they should have their own Google My Business page. And then market about it, get the testimonials from the customer, and then see for the ratings and see how that goes.
That's an startup idea in there itself. Have a what do you call that? A company or a startup that helps these people through technology connect to the customers through technology again.
As in, I'm not getting you here.
Suppose I have a startup and my goal, just like these Oyo and whatever they are doing, do the same thing but at a lower cost or much better than.
See yes.
No,
Please
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. It's
No, you were saying something. Please go ahead.
I think whatever he was speaking of just now, there was a long time back, some people were actually trying for that.
For
The same technology to connect all this.
Connect customers.
no, I mean see, it doesn't have to be a perfect technology. Okay, see, the problem with most of the entrepreneurs, means I being one of them, that I've experienced, that we tend to become a victim of product perfection.
Exactly.
We want things to first be perfect and then we will launch, but in reality that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now here's another book. It's called by Eric Ries. It's called The Lean Startup. So the Lean Startup,
A lot of homework to do, bro.
first of all, speak louder so that these people, whoever will be listening to this, can hear us.
They can hear them.
So the whole concept of the Lean Startup is that you throw an imperfect product into the market. Let it be incomplete. It's fine.
Yeah.
But once you receive the feedback from them, interact with the people, whoever is trying to use your imperfect product, and try to pivot on that. And that's how you build startups these
Improve
days.
that product.
Yes, in the
Take feedbacks
journey.
from,
Yes,
alright.
because we think that, okay, let's say if I want to build something related to video or audio, I want my video to be perfect, and then editing should be top notch and all that. And then after that, I will launch things in the market. No, it shouldn't be like that. You, first of all, try to establish something called proof of concept. Hustle around it. All right, that's
Concept along
basically you have an idea. All right, let's say an idea can be like this, that we have a lot of parents who are working, both the parents, and let's say they have a baby, they need a caretaker, right? So there's an idea there. Now with this idea, what you can do is that you can first of all just create some contents using Canva, the online tools which you get it for free. It doesn't have to be fancy, and then start sharing it in the WhatsApp groups of your family, your friends, or college friends, and then ask them to share. Once you get response that we are looking for this kind of service, that means this idea has got some potential. You hustle around it, and then scale it. You try to make it profitable. Means the investment going in and the the investment going out and the earning coming in, the earnings should be more. So that becomes profitable there. And then slowly you scale it using technology. Now here's the problem with the people is that what they want to do is that they want to have a website and they want to have an app, and this app should be in Android as well as in iOS. I mean, like, see, creating an app, I mean, like, this year we built an app for somebody which only for bare minimum cost was around 3.5 lakhs.
Just for an app.
Just for an app. One of
with basic stuff.
A generic e-commerce app. Just like how you're signing in, getting the OTP verified and all those things, listing of the product. That kind of app will cost you around 3.5 lakhs. Now imagine if with that 3.5 lakh you use it in your business. You can make more, right? But here's the thing, people being a victim of product perfection, they want things to be perfect first. So that has to stop. Start somewhere. I remember when we started a tea stall, there was this boy who used to come to me with this idea that we will be doing this. For a month straight, he always kept on coming with his copy. And then he used to say that we will do this, we will do that, we will do this, we will do that. And then this is how customers will come to know about this. I won't say firefighting, but the business was only in his mind.
Just firefighting.
No execution. Then one fine day we just went to that location, and then I just pointed out at a wall and I said that if we have to color this, what do you think should be the color? Then he told me white. Then I told him, go and get paint now. And he was like, sir, now? I said, yes, go and get it now. Then he said, sir, don't you think we should wait? I said, see here, buddy, what you are doing is that you have been planning for the last 1 month. If we don't get started anywhere, nothing is going to happen. You will just plan for the next 2-3 months. He went and got the paint, and just within 2 weeks, we got a cafe ready.
That's nice.
I mean, like, I'm no longer a part of that business, but the thing is that you need to get started somewhere. You have to move the needle.
The starting part is really difficult.
You need to be consistent. Yes. Yes.
The starting part is really difficult. Like, to get out of your comfort zone. You're in a job, kamu biang ani ban mi. Tama pilang frustrated. Subo taka job pilang frustrated. Pi so kwa le jong na de. Tama subo pila don ka idea ero. Tama ban bangan mi naka kam namar bangan le something of my own. Ngan hab dedicate fully katur. Ladang am dedicate kamut. Katu kan sulong no ko hobby ko mo pila patay man ne. Te bangan mi nakani. Oh dengan ban jom hang ni ke transition kala he ke barrier hang tu kala he te ban break kata ka barrier. What type of mindset should we have to break that kind of barrier?
Mindset, you have to be very headstrong. Entrepreneurship is not easy in the initial days, but you should always have these two attitude. When things works your way on, never be excited, be calm. And when things don't go your way, don't get depressed, be patient. You need to trade between these two emotions. When things goes your way, when things goes your way, don't get excited, just be calm. And if it doesn't go your way, be patient, your time will come. But you have to keep on moving the needle. You need to be consistent. You just improve every day by 1%. Every day by 1%. So where you start at the beginning of the year, by the end of the year, you'll become 36.5 times of what you were. Because it keeps on compounding.
Okay.
Another book called The Atomic Habit.
Write it down.
Atomic Habit. It's a very good book. And I mean, like, if you don't like to read books also, there are so many good videos also on YouTube.
Otherwise, I was like, you have to read that book.
Because here's the problem, I'm sure you people are aware of Pareto principle. Pareto principle.
No.
No, all right. No. So the concept here is very simple. What happens is that it says that 80% of the road accidents of the world are created by 20% of the roads.
Come again?
80% of the roads accident that happens globally is caused by 20% of the roads. Okay. 80% of your earning will come from 20% of your effort.
Oh, okay.
So Pareto's principle is very important. So as an entrepreneur, suppose if I'm running a training institute, I mean, like, getting an admission form typed and ready and printed is very important. But that kind of work that is being done is not bringing any money. So you should know how to delegate. You do only 20% of the work. You do only 20% of the work, which will bring 80% of the income. And again, you apply Pareto principle in itself again. Then what happens is that you search only for 4% of the work that will bring 64% of the income. It is possible. It is very much possible. Because see, once you have a team and you have every tools that's required to run a team, you no longer are a teacher or an instructor or a creator. You become the marketer. You need to market your business. You need to always remember that sales has to come in at any cost. So there's a process to that. Now imagine the kind of journey we had to set up this studio. I mean, like nothing fancy about it. There you have the Kpows with some glow sign in it,
And
but
some mics
exactly. Remember, the background was green in color, and then we changed it to white, also to black, and then to white, and then we are back to black. But at least this today we are doing this episode because we kept on moving the needle.
Yes.
We did not have camera. We have that. We didn't have mics. We got sponsors for that.
Yes.
Right. So I mean, like, it will always, you have to be patient about it. If there were times, that we were planning something, let's say you were saying to me that let's do this on this particular day, and on that very day you got occupied. There was a time when you even told me that, hey bro, let's meet up today. I'm going for lunch, and he said that by 2:30 I should be done. The next day I met him and I was like, hey dude, are you done with your lunch? So it happens. Normally what happens is that if a person is starting this, it will disappoint him. But I know that he is trying to help me out in every way possible.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
The whole idea of our podcast also just came when we were sitting for a get together, right?
Exactly.
You were telling us stories of the experience, making us all laugh. That's when I told you that you should start a podcast.
Yeah.
And when you joined it, I said that the two of you should be the face of this brand. And then later on, we were like, okay, fine, we will just talk about what do you call it, we will just talk BS and then random stuff. But later on it came to our mind that okay, we can help entrepreneurs of Meghalaya. So there you go, we have a niche right now, correct?
Yes.
Where very soon, if everything goes fine, every Friday I'm planning to host a friend of mine. He is 50 plus years old. He's a very good friend of mine. His name is Clifford Franks, and then he can narrate you the stories that he's had. The kind of stories he had, you can even write a book on it, but writing book at this day and age is not possible. So invite him over a podcast. Today, most of the time it seems that it's only you or me speaking. Jerry isn't speaking. But to be very honest, if anybody is, sorry, not Jerry, Jonathan. Jerry is our cameraman out there, behind the scene guy. But for those who do not know Jonathan, he was ranked among the top player in Mobile Legends. He's a very good rapper. Tell us something about the skateboarding journey that you started here in the entire Northeast. Yeah. No. Yeah. People should know about you, what you are capable of. This thing that you see here, glow sign was done by him. The logo that you see here, I really like this logo. It's really classy. We can even have our merch if everything goes fine. He did it. So the whole point was that I saw that this boy is very, very talented. People should come to know about it. And believe me, he will tell you stories. There are times we sit with him and our stomach hurts just by laughing.
He's just trying to be polite since this is the first episode.
Yeah, yes.
It's the first episode and
this is me. I try to absorb people. Not observe people, not absorb people.
No, it happens. It happens. But
observe people first.
So tell us about you, bro.
It's about me.
About you also. We're switching roles. He's the host.
So he's the
guest.
host. Yeah. So he's the host now.
Yeah, he's the host now.
Well, like we were talking about the skateboarding thing. Yeah, it was something which I used to love. I used to love doing. Like long time back when I was I was younger. Like it's when we were young, so we were like we have more time. Like we have lots of time. We don't have to worry about like doing our works. There's that you go to school, go tuitions, and then that's it. So you have lots of time, and then you still have lots of time to do so many activities. Like your hobbies, like it might be like not just skateboarding, like basketball stuff and all. So skateboarding wasn't my favorite. So how it started, let me just tell you a story.
Yeah.
So how it
We're
started
waiting for that.
was
We have a purpose.
so this is where it starts with the story, right?
Excuse me.
The actually how I started was I used to love BMX, right? So
BMS those.
yeah,
The cycles, yeah.
stunts stuff. To be honest, like I started my BMX. I was in class 10 probably, and that was my first in my whole entire life. That was my first time getting my own cycle. After mom promised me one this. Maybe when I was in class 3 or like she was gonna get me a cycle after I
You
passed
waited
the
for
exam.
7 years.
7 years.
And finally, when I was in class 10, I got my cycle. That was my first cycle. So, like, that's how I got interested in BMX.
You must have had tears of joy then. 7 years
Nah,
waiting for you.
they were like, of course I was happy, but then there was not that excitement anymore, Oh, that excitement. Because, like, I have been betrayed again and again.
Betrayed?
Yeah, exactly. By my mom.
Okay.
Every time, like, exams there, like, you're gonna pass this exam, I'm gonna get you a cycle. Or like, get excited, I'll study hard. Like, after you get the result, even though you get the first rank, second rank, like, where's my cycle? I only
got
got
scammed.
one. I only got was bamboo.
Then how did this journey of skateboarding start?
So, like, like I said, I started around class 10 probably with the BMX, okay? So, I used to see this kid, like, riding around, doing some bunny hops and all stuff on the road. So, like, I got my BMX that time, so I didn't actually know how to do stunts and all that stuff. So, like, I saw this guy, like, his name is Meban. He's in Nongtamai somewhere there. So, like, I met this guy, then we started, like, interacting, like, to each other and all this, that, like, you should ride along with us and all that. So, we started riding, then he started teaching bunny hops and this, that, so many tricks. So, later on, like, maybe probably after a month, so there was a day, so, like, I wanted to learn this trick, it's called a manual. So, it's like a wheelie. It's like a wheelie, but you don't actually pedal. This is like you balance. So that's what I was trying to do, and then I got hurt really bad. Really bad. It was like the handle of the BMX actually poked me. So like that was the moment I was like,
This is not for me.
no, I literally threw the cycle, and then like. Next day onwards, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do this anymore. So like, that's where I lost interest in BMX. Then slowly, that's where I stopped doing BMX. And then probably I sold that cycle. Yeah. So and then I had like there was like skateboarding was not in my mind at all. So for me, in my case, I really like doing things like which people don't usually do. So
different.
At that time, that generation, kids were into BMX, doing stunts, this, that, biking, stuff. Like scooty stunning and all this wasn't there. It was just bike, BMX. So it was still coming up. So skateboarding wasn't anybody's like mind, like then. So not even like you, yeah, even me. So. There was a time I used to go to cyber cafe. Those days cyber cafes are very popular. Like the kids they go cyber cafes for gaming and all this stuff and all like that. So that's where I used to do that for. But then one day I clicked on a video in YouTube. Then I saw a skateboarding video. It was really fun. Like, but I didn't know that you you need to do this, that, to jump and all this. That. I didn't have any idea like how it actually works, how it jumps and all this, that. Like I saw the video, it actually caught my attention, and then really liked it. So for almost a month, every day, I would spend at least $50 or $100 going to cyber cafe, just watching skateboarding videos.
I thought he would be he would be doing tricks with the skateboard.
No.
I thought he'd be saying for every day for 1 month I would go and practice. I'll go and watch video.
That's
I mean,
where it
that's
started.
that's like
How it
learn.
started.
That's like
Origin
learning.
story.
Yeah.
That's the origin
Yeah.
story. Alright.
From what he was saying, I mean, hats off to him. But I could only, imagine somebody trying to learn how to swim watching videos. But anyways, you made that happen. You get what my point,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you made it happen.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it was like for at least a month. I've been like every evening after my schools and this that I would spend like 50 or $100. So those days like an hour in cyber cafe was like
20
Around
bucks.
20.
20 bucks, yeah.
bucks. So imagine $100 and $50 something else I'd be spending there. So like I used to go to cyber cafe every day watching, and then for me it was not learning the tricks. I used to go there for one whole month. I've been going to cyber cafe just to figure out how did they make the skateboard jump. The one
So we're trying to figure out that.
yeah, exactly. No, that's a true story, bro. I'm not making up. So I used to go to the cyber cafe just trying to figure out. I would search like if the skateboard has spring, there's that, and then later on, so like even though you watch videos, you just click whatever you write, whatever in the YouTube, so it comes up. You watch that. So at those days, you don't even know how to search.
Yeah.
So like, and then one day, so I don't even know how to type tutorial. Okay, it's like you don't have like how to. So
Yeah, we understand.
it wasn't that. It's like so one day there was this like I've been watching for in that same spot, in that same computer, in the same cyber cafe. I've been going there, so I've been watching the same skateboarding videos. So as
they
soon as you
recommended.
open the YouTube, so it's like
Recommended.
skateboarding. So there came the first tutorial video. That's where I clicked. Like it's called like jumping with a skateboard. It's called an ollie.
Oli.
Yeah.
Ollie.
So
How do you spell that?
OLLIE.
O-double-L-I-E.
Yeah. Ollie.
For cycles, it's Willy.
Yeah. No. For
for
cycles, if you jump with the cycles, it's called bunny hop.
Okay, it's called what?
Bunny hop.
Means both the wheels.
Yeah.
If it is single wheel, the
Yeah, that
front,
is just a
that's
wheelie
wheel.
or
Yeah.
manual.
Okay.
So like in skateboarding, like it's what do you call it? It's called ollie. So like how to do an ollie. I clicked there. Then I realized like how they make it jump. So that's where like I was very interested because it's not something like because it's not easy.
Really
It's not like
new.
you just jump and then the skateboard jumps along. It's not
really
easy.
new.
It's not easy.
So
Looks
I got
easy, but
interested
it's
in that, and then I started telling my brother, like I'm interested in this, that, and that. So again, after maybe like 2 months, he got me a boat, my first boat. No,
Yeah,
wait,
brother.
I'm going fast forward. No, I actually asked money from mom, I guess. So from my mom to get a new boat. So yeah, I got like probably that was like 700. There's this skateboard John X. One side is like, and then it's like literally straight. So I got that. That's not even the skateboard for what I was going to do.
But they have skateboards for
Yeah,
different
they have
tricks and
different.
all.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
So those are probably like the long boards. That's where I struggled a lot because I don't know where to get the boat from, and then like I had no idea of this online shopping and all stuff.
How did you get your first boat though?
It wasn't in PB, so it was normal skateboarding, like a normal longboard, like for kids.
Oh, for kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how I learned. I made.
We are the 90s kids, right?
Yeah.
From skateboard nga syukan mau ba menchua long nadu moti nagar hadu fire brigade pi ang kalenti kan no.
Yeah, those boards,
So-
those skateboards were made for that.
No, what I'm trying to say is that
Ball bearing.
during our childhood, we should have kali had ball bearing.
Ball bearing was
The injuries that we've had, basha mai hakirang ba shnong ha ka shnong, we created ruckus. We were what, like 9-10 years old then. And then the idea of skateboard also, it was like, we used to buy those roller skates and then take them off, pendat be hakalentang, and then
the main idea was just to get those
Yes,
wheels,
yes.
wheels, the bearings,
Throw the skateboard, just take the wheels.
no, it's a good thing. I mean, like, even his brother Jaydan, shout out to him and to Dejame. I mean, like, they used to organize these Cyclo BHP being one of
that's
that.
where this whole what do you
It's
call
promoting
it?
those
The
kind of
exports
talents. Yeah,
started.
yeah.
Expand kayo kata?
XPHP was what do you call it? It's a biking group. So they go they go for rides and then they go help this off
Communities and all that.
okay.
Yeah.
like in Christmas, not just in Christmas. So right now there is also this group called Helping Hands. They're doing a very good.
Yes.
They're doing a very good thing. It's a biking group.
Biking. See, we don't know.
They promote safe biking actually.
Yeah,
Safe biking. Yeah. It's a very nice group. I mean, like, you can throttle with speed also, no problem, but it can be done in a very safe way. His brother that he was talking about, his cousin, is a very good biker. And it was through him only that even I got into biking, and then we were part of this XBHP, and then later on they had Meghalaya XBHP. All right. And then later on they had this, what sports was it? Esports or EA Sports? What was it? No, EA Sports is the brand.
EX Sports.
EX Sports, yeah. So that's where they used to promote these boys.
Like that's still there, but it's no longer EX Sport. Now it's just X Sports.
See, these are the things we don't know.
Means
don't know about
what's relevant now, his brother used to do it ahead of its time.
That's what kind.
And it's very relevant, and they've been really successful, and they used to get sponsorship from Red Bull and all that for these
really?
stunts and all.
That's
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
Yeah.
There's struggle to it. There's struggle to it. I mean, like, because running these kind of events needs you a big team, and if you do not have the right people in the team, they end up screw you financially and all that. But that's always like a learning lesson. What I really liked about his brother is that no matter what failures that he faced, he never stopped. Until date, he's still doing the same, and he will be one of the entrepreneurs. Because talking about Dejame, it's one of the top 50 startups from the second cohort. And if things goes well, we will go to their campsite also, which is in Sobar, Wareo Bridge, right? We can invite him over and then. So Jaydan, if you are looking at this podcast, please be ready. We'll come to Sobar and pay you nothing. We'll come to Sobar, pay you nothing, and then we'll promote you here.
We'll give you promotions.
I'll spam him with the link.
There are many good stories, I mean, like, the people of Shillong, they are capable of a lot.
YouTube now, let's go show.
Doesn't mean we are asking you to sit in the last bench and then do nothing.
The other day, I did tell you the story more. You know me, I've always been a school teacher. So my wife, one fine day, she just came to me and she was blasting me. I won't say blasting me, but in a very polite way. She was
Blasting in a polite manner.
she was mad at me. She was like,
It's finally said the truth. She was
she was mad at me, which I totally respect. And then she was like, Ethan, my elder son, he got only 42%. And I was like, okay. And he's just in class 6, getting 42%, it's not cool.
Yeah.
And that to me being a teacher. And then I was like, okay, fine. And she was like, you have all the time to teach all the kids of the world, but you never teach your son. I said, hey, look, I don't value this anymore, the percentage. Because this 42% can become 84% also, provided he puts the hard work. But right now, the fact that he can do video editing, the fact that he understands cryptocurrency and how to trade on them, the fact that he knows how to do video editing, the fact that he learned piano on its own, the fact that he made garlic bread, and that was the best bread that I had in my life. And every day he's going to be 12. He makes breakfast every day. We don't have to make breakfast. That's accomplishment for me. Because see, school, colleges, they are mandatory, but they are only for networking. That's only meant for networking.
Yeah.
All right, because education system of our country always teaches you how to be scholastic and professional. They never teach you how to make money.
Yeah.
These are the things that should be pushed into our education system. How to take up entrepreneurship, you know.
Entrepreneurship should be in each and every.
Exactly.
It should be a course on itself.
Yeah. In fact, some of the families, they discourage their family members, I've noticed, to talk about the subject of money. Let's say in a dining table, let's say if you are sitting, you can discuss anything, but you cannot discuss about money. They say that money spoils you, but it's a necessity. Whatever we are doing,
Money.
you building these. All right.
Yes.
From by the way, if anyone is watching, this was built out of plastic waste that I and you we throw away. He collects them and makes these kind of stuffs. Not this one.
I'll come to this later.
Right. This one. All right. So, I mean, like, these are the kind of stuff that should be taught, you know, because our education system is all rote learning. And now, when it comes to the new education policy, coding is going to be very, very important. So, stress should be given to that.
And we should be aware of that. Longi pementa kelas tang pick up pace akan coding mah. Kan di mana dia nak buat? Kibriu gimana sabar, nana sabar ke jelajongi kila ayat po arpo su tam ki step kila ayat po syakmat ni patep sepangata. Te ngi de bantep kayaknya kita, dangi tep kita pat kumnongin take advantage ngata kan. Te we should know these things so that we can implement them. Pet borok hi badan sama ngangit borok anapo hari kasih jongi borok hi badan ki bastan. Borok hi badan sap. Umdan rombon ong ba phi bastat phila ta banne. Nde kata borok ite badan bastat. Nde kata ba start na ini ne manno je na manno ro borok ada dindo. Yeah. Alright. So katai borok ye dan talent. It's just that ni hab find there, ni hab shong puson joy le ding hab shong perkhat kan ka e bangala ban le. Add value there. Ni hab add value ka kumnongin kyo kum kajai bro as a community, as a jai bro, how will we grow? Daga balik kan ni kan nginle kini khrang ba gumdon kam mon ngim don kam nginle hinala de ba ki kam borok ka badan sene. That's the main goal kan. That should be our goal kan.
Okay, we've been speaking for more than how many hours? It's been an hour, Jerry, that we are speaking.
Atam.
He's on his earphone.
Jerry.
All right. I think let's not bore the audience. So if anybody is watching us, please show some love and hit the subscribe button if it's possible. And if you want to troll us also, please go ahead and do that.
You're most welcome.
No, there's a point behind it. We want to take their comments and then work on it.
Yes.
So I think this should be a wrap.
So for now, we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Guys.
All right. Let's wrap it up.